what the mind is thinking. So if the mind is thinking anything else than the practice, we need not to worry about it. Let the mind continue to think and we will continue to do the practice. That is the one answer to your question. All thought comes into our mind, and I am not the mind. When I recognize that I am not the mind, the journey of Eastern wisdom begins. The mind will have millions of the thoughts that will oppose the practice, oppose listening, but I'm not the mind. So what that means, that I'm comfortable with any thought that enters into the mind. Let it come, let it go. These thoughts are the traffic on the road. So when you are the highest level of a seeker, then it becomes easy for you to just let the mind come and go. No worries, let the thought come and go, no worries. Why? You recognize you are not the mind. That is the highest level of awareness one can have. But it doesn't come so easily. That is why we say be comfortable looking at the neck joint being there, feel sensation, comfort and steadiness. The mind moves on the shoulder joints, feel, be there. So when you are feeling, it is a feeling in the mind, sensation in the mind, comfort in the mind, steadiness in the mind. All experiences take place in the mind. Look at the entire body mentally from the top of the head to the toes. The entire body from the top to the toes. Feel the sensation, comfort and steadiness. Again, see that your question was that my mind says no. It doesn't cling to the practice. Why it doesn't cling? Because I think I am the mind. So what we need to do, we just close our eyes and start looking at the mind itself, looking at the thought and checking the mind is different from me. Whatever happens to the mind is not me. The mind says, no, I'm not interested, I don't want to do, I feel pain. It is all mind. Every thought is the mind, but I'm not the mind. That is the meaning of being comfortable and being carefree. But it doesn't succeed every time, that I know it. So then what we should do, once we look at the breath and start breathing quick and fast from the chest through the nostrils. That's really good. Continue. That's really good. You inhale, chest expands, and you exhale, the chest squeezes. Expansion and the contraction of the rib cage. Your mind may say, no, I feel some unusual sensation. That is why we are doing it. Continue, continue, my friend. Continue. Continue, continue. Your mind will object to the breathing. It says, no, I feel unusual sensation. And you bypass the resistance and you keep on doing it. In the beginning, mind may oppose you and give you a headache, and still you do it. One more minute, please continue. Continue. And stop it. We discussed a couple of weeks ago that the mind, because of its thoughts, thought comes because of your habit, and that habit creates an impulsive nature. It says, no, I don't want to do, I'm comfortable in my comfort zone. So what we need to do, we need to practice every day. We have to push the mind. The steps are clearly defined. So the first step being comfortable and being carefree, and the second is, so now after doing the breathing, we may find some sensation in and around the head. Just experience the change. Sometime, even for 2 minutes, it's very good. Sometime it doesn't happen in 2 minutes, so we keep on continuing. So let us do for another 1 minute of quick and fast breathing. Start breathing quick and fast. And stop it. Enjoy the changes, the sensation, and become aware of those sensations. Whatever you experience, we all experience through the mind. So whatever we experience, the mind either likes or dislikes. So it dislikes if we want to change the habit. So that we should remember, oh, mind is opposing because it does not want to change its habit. So what I need to do? So your mind reminds you that I should endure the practice. That is another way to answer your question that you asked, texted me. Now take a deep breath into the belly, into the rib cage, and while breathing out, looking inside the forehead, you make the humming sound louder, deeper, and longer. The louder you do it, the longer you do it, the deeper you do it, the better it is. We are not inhaling fast, we inhale deep, silent, and slow without making any noise. Yes, this is good. Long, deep in. Yes. So it's a number of times of the humming we should be doing so that you feel some kind of vibration and sensations in and around head. Let us do it one more time. And now do nothing, remain as it is. So we will also, now we will experience the change in the experiences. Look at the head and the neck. Mind looks at the head and the neck and experience sensation, relaxation, and stillness. Mind looking at the right arm, sensation, relaxation, and stillness. Mind looking at the left arm, from the shoulder to the fingertips, sensation, relaxation, and stillness. Mind looking at the middle portion of the body, sensation, relaxation, and stillness. Mind looking at the right leg, sensation, relaxation, and stillness. Mind is looking at the left leg, sensation, relaxation, and stillness. Mind is looking at the entire body, sensation, relaxation, and stillness. The entire body, sensation, relaxation. You told me the thought says, no, I'm not interested, I don't want to do it. Okay, that is also a thought. So another thought in the form of a mantra is the Shantoham. Look deep inside the forehead, recognize the space there, and say mentally Shantoham. So when you are saying Shantoham, become aware of the infinite space all around in your head. So again you see the space, say Shantoham. And suddenly any thought comes to your mind, no issue, don't fight with it or don't feel panic. Any thought comes, you superimpose Shantoham on that thought. Now we should understand what is the meaning of superimposition. I come to your house and I knock the door and you open the door and you ask me what is your name and I say Shantoham. What you do, I say Shantoham. Why you have come, I say Shantoham. Every question I have only one answer is the Shantoham. For every thought that enters into your mind, you gently, your answer is Shantoham. No, I don't feel good. Shantoham. I feel good. Shantoham. And then, after saying Shantoham, you become aware of the space. That is the way we have to educate the mind. The mind will say, oh, let me move the body. Don't move the body. Shantoham. That is also a thought, my friend. Any thought comes, good, bad, high, low, past, memory, any thought that comes to your the moment it comes, you drop Shantoham. Shantoham. If no thought is there, you keep on doing Shantoham. Shantoham. Space. Shantoham. Thought comes and you simply drop Shantoham. You are answering to the mind. Only one answer you have. Shantoham means I am the peace. Peace is of the nature of space, infinite space. Oh, it is the peace, yes. The shape of the peace is nothing but the infinite space. Any thought comes, it is because of the thought you will move the body. So before you move the body and the thought comes, your mind gently drops Shantoham. Shantoham. No thought is there. You keep on doing Shantoham. 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 No thought is there, so it's a very usual, natural, you keep on doing, dropping Shantoham in the space. And if any thought comes, no worries at all. Do not fight with the thought. What should I do? Any thought comes, I say Shantoham. My answer is Shantoham. Any thought says, no, I don't want to do it, Shantoham. I feel good, Shantoham. I feel bad, Shantoham. At least that much we can do. We are mature enough. That is another way to tackle this fickling, impulsive mind that opposes the right and the good path in our life. Shantoham. 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 If I am free, I can feel freedom instantly if I am doing the practice. Shantoham. And if you can remain still and can do the practice in front of me, you can do this practice at any time. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Bring your mind on the right hand, your mind on the left hand. Lift your both the palms, place it on your eyes. Open the eyes inside the palms. Know your experiences. Bring the hands down. How do you feel? Now, tell me.
Good.
Did you get an answer of your question practically? Now, choice is yours. If you do it, you will get the result. If you don't do it, so if your mind says, no, I don't feel like doing it, so I have already given an answer to that. That's what I have been doing for more than 45 years. No, your mind can find any excuses, and I know the answer. But only one thing is required, that you should have it. You should have an intention. You should promise yourself to change. If you don't promise yourself to change, then who can change it?
Nobody.
No. You answer very fast, I like it, but but there is a big but.
Nobody can change me, I know that.
You know that?
Yes.
But if
I try.
if I'm willing to change, that willingness means I have a desire to change. Desire means that I have a will inside me. Anytime any thought comes which opposes the change, and you instantly drop Shantoham in the entire day, at any point of time. No, I'm not going there. Shantoham. Mentally. Nobody is listening to you and you drop Shantoham, so you are not creating the chain of the thoughts that opposes the chain. And that is how we can increase the will. Why I said so, all experiences takes place in the mind. We don't know where is the mind. We will understand where is the mind, but understand that all experiences, whatever you think, speak and act and experience, it is happening in the mind. Body has a pain, but experienced in the mind. Body experiences the pleasure, we say the taste. Taste is experienced in the mind. All experiences takes place in the mind. Whether you feel headache, whether you feel body is relaxed, whether you feel the taste of the food or the hot or the cold, all experiences, like the instrument of experience is the mind. That is the first thing that we should understand. Whether we experience the pain in the knees or anywhere, whether you feel praise or insult or appreciation, it is also happening in the mind. Somebody praises you and you smile, that is also experienced in the mind. Somebody says you nasty words and you get upset, that upset is also happening in the mind. Second thing, you have to listen to it and you have to analyze and observe. If there is any issue, you have to tell me. Raise as many questions which opposes you to practice, and I will give you the answer. Why give the answer? Because then the moment you are listening to me, now your intellect is active. A normal, mature person has a clear understanding. When you have a clear understanding, it inspires you to change. That is why I'm talking to you. Provided you listen to it again and again. So second thing, that we have all positive, negative, good, bad, high, low experiences in the mind. So it means we have two types of experiences. One is good, another is bad. Or we have two types of experiences. One we like, other is we dislike. Yeah. You like other experiences more than the experience while listening to me. No.
Of course not.
Don't say no. You have your experiences, you tell me. So we have to understand that why we have other experiences that we like more than listening to this knowledge. It is a fact, don't ignore it. It is a fact. Should I tell you why it is a fact?
Yes.
Okay. So through the intellect we are understanding. So if you understand any problem with the cause and effect, that brings an understanding. Knowledge is nothing but cause and effect relationship. You wrote to me, no, I cannot attend the session, but you did not write to me, I will attend the session in the evening or even in the night. I am ready. At present I am busy. Can you reschedule? Confirm me. You did not wait for it. Find out the cause and effect relationship. So because we did not see the cause and effect, oh, there is an emergency. For me also sometimes there is an emergency. But at the same time, because your mind is committed. So you should have written, okay, 3 to 4 I cannot attend. Can I attend 5 to 6 today? Tomorrow I am free in the morning. This time. Fix the time, let me confirm you. You did not say that. You escaped. You did not escape. I'm sorry, your mind escaped. I told you, mind is of two types. So what did we understand? First thing, all experiences takes place in the mind. Good, bad, high, low, positive, negative. Then there are two types of experiences. Second point. Then mind has a two flow. What is this two flow? Third point. So that is how, if you understand through your intellect your own mind, now you see you have started understanding and your mind is ready to listen. You are trying to understand through the intellect. What is understanding? Knowledge. What is knowledge? Cause and effect. Find out why. Anytime the mind says, no, I don't want to do it, why? We are mature, so you can easily understand. So the mind has a two flow. Do you know the Mississippi River perhaps is the largest river in US, in our country? So one flow we are aware. It flows from the high to the low. Have you ever heard that Mississippi River flow also opposes in an opposite direction? Why you didn't hear? Perhaps last year, because of the opposite flow, it has a big tornado and it has devastated more than 1,000 houses.
I don't watch the news.
What do you watch then?
I don't watch TV.
You don't watch TV. Even in the newspaper or so, the way the river has to flow, mind has also to flow. One causes the devastation, destruction to our life, another causes the peace and happiness. Let us pick up the other point. What causes, so now we are finding the cause. What causes the flow of the mind? What causes the flow of the mind that results into stress, impulsive nature, postponement? Can you tell me? One, and what flow causes peace and happiness in my life? You are experiencing peace and happiness, you are also experiencing frustration and anxiety. So they are the two flows.
Is it our ego that causes the devastation?
That is one factor. You're approaching near. But what causes the ego? Go on finding the cause.
Our mind.
And what causes the mind to have the ego?
Ourselves.
So mind has a two flow. One flow focuses on what I like and what is pleasant to me, I should be doing it. And other flow is what is right and good, I should be doing it. It's a very interesting journey of life. So what I like, what looks pleasant to me, based on my past experiences and the memory, I need not to think. I go mechanically, I go habitually, it becomes my impulsive nature, and that destroys me. It's your mind. But to know what is right and good, I have to do thinking. What I like, what is pleasant to me, it is impulsive in nature, I need not to think. I am driven by some unwanted force in me and I go for it. You see, you don't know, you don't think about it. Do you experience? That's what I'm talking about. You don't experience, you just go outside, get it, so that your kids do not see to you, and then you go and have it and come back. So two flow of the mind. One flow of the mind, what I like, what is pleasant to me, that is already has become an impulsive nature in me. Even you are cooking something in the kitchen and that impulsive nature gives you that thought. And then your mind triggers, when I should be free, let me cook it, hurry up, fix up, go outside, get it and come back. And the other is, what is right and good, I should follow. To follow what is right and good, I have to start thinking. So the moment I have a sensation and a trigger, I stop thinking. So what is the first solution? That I have to start thinking. What I think? Simple. First step is Shantoham. Sensation comes, it triggers you and you say Shantoham. Again the trigger forces you, say Shantoham. You start taking this step outside, you say Shantoham and stop it. Because you have started thinking. One way. Second is to do the practice. Third is to sit down. No, let me think first. What triggers me? So what triggers me, what I like, what is pleasant to me, and what is forcing my body to move outside, to have some pleasure. So I forget actually the pleasure is not there in that object, and still I experience the pleasure. That destroys me. That is what I told you, though. If the river flows in opposite direction, it creates a havoc. If the mind moves in opposite direction, opposite to what the life is, what the life demands, then we suffer. In the beginning, we don't feel like we are suffering, we are enjoying. But gradually, when that habit takes it all, I heard that one was taking vodka every day and he became 60 years old, his liver almost half damaged. But at the same time, he was a devotee of the Jesus and God. He went to the doctor, and doctor said, "Now, don't you want to stop the drinking? Half of the liver is damaged." He said, "I know the solution." He went to the church and he told the Jesus, "I have been praying you for the last 30 years. So Jesus said, "Yes. So do me one favor." So Jesus asked, "What kind of a favor?" "Instead of one liver, give me 2 livers." Liver is damaged by drinking. So he does not want to stop drinking. He wants another liver. So another liver also will be damaged. Did you understand?
Mm-hmm.
So that is what our mind, which has a negative flow, does this. So which has a negative flow, which is known as the prayas. In Eastern wisdom, we say it is a prayas. And which has a positive flow, which has a shreyas. What is prayas? Prayas means that what I like, what is pleasant to me, I have those impressions, I do not think, I go after it. And the second flow of the mind is the shreyas, what is right and good. For right and good, I am not saying do anything, you start thinking. What is right and good for me? Internally, I believe you can think. It's not a big deal. We can all think. So we stop thinking. So when you stop thinking because of any habit, and that habit forces you in a direction that is going to destroy you. We don't need 2 livers. So you see, we started understanding the mind. Understanding means knowledge. Knowledge means clarity. I have a clarity now. All experiences takes place in the mind. We have opposite nature of experiences that we discussed. Why we have opposite nature of experiences? Because the mind has a 2 flow. Talk with Eric. This is what I understood today. Let us discuss. You build up a good relationship also. Because if your mind follows shares with Eric, with your kids, you're always happy. Because you know what is right and good I need to do. In your relationship with your kids, it takes time. It doesn't happen on a single day. You see, stepwise understanding. All experiences takes place in the mind. Good, bad, high, low. Experiences are of 2 types. One experiences that come from the impulsive nature of the mind is the impure mind. One experiences based on cause and effect, what is right and good, will always come from the pure mind. Then this mind has a two flow, Shreyas and the Preyas. Shreyas simply, I'm simplifying. What is right and good? The moment you join me, what is right and good? Then I should start giving you the lesson. I should inspire you, I should motivate you. But if I start wasting the time the moment you join the session, okay, how are you? And then I start feeling sleepy, that is not the way. So the way it is my responsibility, it is also your responsibility. I'm always ready for 5 to 10 minutes before the session. I check my computer. What is right and good? I'm pointing you. I'm not criticizing you. That happens with everyone. Once we learn and understand what is right and good, I am responsible. I am mindful. Even you go to the kitchen, you are mindful. You are, oh, let me understand, let me think in the mind. Let me think in the mind, how should I talk to my kids solving this problem? So first I think, then I find out what is right and good. Then you sit with the kid and you talk to them. The life will change. We act impulsively. When we act impulsively, we are frustrated, we are angry, we are agitated. So Shreyas and the Preyas, our master says, all our masters say, I don't know anything, I'm teaching from the teachings of these masters. The Shreyas and the Preyas. Shreyas means what is right and good. Let me check, let me think what is right and good. Preyas means I'm driven by some unknown forces inside of what I like and what is pleasant to me. And when I'm driven by what I like, what is pleasant to me, impulsively, instinctively, I'm doing harm to myself. Not only I'm doing harm to myself, but I'm doing harm to those people who live with me, who live near and dear to me. See another example. One guy told me that, I get agitated when I see, the women told me, when I see my honey facing me. He said, very good. So I asked her, did your husband send you the SMS or email message that when you see him, you should get angry or agitated? Did you understand that? No, he didn't send anything. So you are responsible for your anger. If he did not send you any message, he did not send you the email, he did not tell you that tomorrow in the morning when you see me, you should be angry, but you got agitated, it is your responsibility. No, he made me angry. How he made you angry? Did he tell you? No, he didn't tell me. This is the example of the Preyas. Because there are some past impressions are there. They resurface. And we lose our temper. So losing our temper and going impulsively is the same thing. There also I forget. In anger also I forget. If I say tomorrow at 10 a.m. put in your calendar that you should be angry, you cannot become angry. Why? Because you are conscious. You become aware. The path of the Shreyas, what is right and good, the moment you keep in your mind that I have to find out what is right and good first, I have to start thinking consciously, you become aware, you drop your habit. It takes time, but definitely you will drop heaven. You'll never miss a lesson. No, I have to learn more. Your intellect will say, no, I have lot of questions to ask, to find the answer. So it means there is a self-motivation, there is an inspiration inside. That is the journey of the Eastern wisdom. It is not based on cult and dogma and belief and religion. No. It's a dialogue between a student and a teacher. Open dialogue. The way I'm talking and asking the questions, you have every right to ask the question. So until your mind becomes clear by thinking through your intellect what is right and good, we constantly communicate on one topic and one issue. And then what happens, the intellect is clear, then your mind will never say that, I don't feel like doing the practice. But provided you need to think. That is what we covered, I think, in the very first session when I met you at your home. Mind is of two types, the pure and the impure. The mind and the intellect has two things. Intellect, thinking starts. Mind, thought is there, but that thought drives you. There you don't think. It drives you to move in a direction that causes the frustration, duality and a conflict. So what happens? Now you see, last point. Are you feeling bored? Oh, thank you. Normally people don't feel bored in my session. So now you see that you have a purity of the mind, you have the impurity of the mind. The mind is moving in one direction that opposes what is right and good in my life. So when that pressure of the impurity of the mind becomes more and more, it dominates and dictates your life. That creates a bondage. Bondage is limitation. Limitation always keeps you on your toes. It makes you suffer. Even if not today, tomorrow we are going to suffer. So gradually, step by step, we take the step that helps us to break up these limitations. And these limitations, when they are broken up, because of the knowledge, because of the understanding your life. How long you will continue living like this? How long? Aging process is natural to everyone. That energy level of the body will drop down. And these habits will dictate over your body. You will have a lot of challenges. Just see the fact. I'm not saying it will happen, but see the fact. So what happens? The mind clouds the intellect, mind clouds that knowledge and that understanding. So the mind starts moving in opposite direction. So that is why we say constant listening and learning is required. Constant, consistent listening and learning without break, regularity, sincerity and commitment. You listen to the teacher of this Eastern wisdom. You understand what we talk about, the mind and intellect and ego and the frustration and the anxiety. We want to understand it and we follow the practice. So what happens? You are consistent with the listening and learning. What happens? Your intellect is awakened. It starts contemplating and reflecting. It takes time. So what happens when there is a reflection by your mind? It brings a sense of detachment with what you are attached. What is causing you the habit and impulsive nature? what brings you the negative thought starts dropping. First result. So the moment you have a sense of detachment, the life starts changing. So not from the detachment, you keep on listening, learning, doing the practice. From the detachment, your mind moves to a state of dispassion. You know dispassion? No?
Huh?
You know dispassion?
Discretion?
Dispassion.
Oh, no.
You and your friend goes to the store. What you like and what is pleasant to you, you instantly buy and use it. That causes the addiction. Dispassion is just opposite of that. Still you see that object, but it is not affecting you. It is present in front of you, but it is not affecting you. You're not attracted. So from detachment you move into the steadiness of dispassion. And from the dispassion, if you continue to live in dispassion even for a week, there is a natural sense of steadiness comes to the mind. Your mind doesn't think about those objects for which you are addicted. And that helps you to absorb into meditation, and you discover the peace and happiness inside you. When you discover that peace and happiness inside you, there is nothing that can prevent you live in peace and happiness. Outside, every pleasure has to do with your habit. So what happens, I'm just bringing an end to this. Listening and learning constantly, consistently, regularly. That is why I say you that whenever I send you the file, you keep on listening. Listen it a couple of times. Do the practice. So your mind now stops dictating over the intellect. You start thinking. That brings the detachment. Detachment leads to dispassion. Dispassion leads to a natural steadiness, natural calmness and peace and happiness that you experience from within. And then you recognize, oh, how beautiful this life is. You feel independent of anything from outside. You live your life fully. Any question?
Not